So today, I'd like to tell you the story about the day that I left corporate, hopefully forever. So I worked in corporate for 15 years. I started off as an engineer, did marketing, did sales, did BD. Things were going pretty well. I moved from Sydney to Tokyo to San Francisco, and by the time I was 31, I was a CEO of a tech company in San Francisco. Pretty good, making over 200 grand a year. So from the outside, everything was going well. Everyone thought I was really, really successful. But in the inside, man, I was miserable. I never felt like I fulfilled my potential. I always thought I can do more, I can do more, I can do more. I always gave myself a review and I never gave myself more than 65 out of 100. I just always felt like there was something left. And then fast forward a few years, I moved back to Tokyo. I worked for another tech company, and that's when I hit rock bottom. So I was like 36, 37. I just didn't care. I just couldn't give a shit about making money for the sake of making money. And, I was highly motivated at the start of this company, then I became more and more unmotivated. You would go into the toilet. I'm gonna make a confession. I went to the toilet like 3 or 4 times a day and just watch YouTube. And when I get home, from 9 a.m. to like 1 a.m., from 9 p.m. to like 1 a.m. in the morning, every day, I would play online games. That was my escape. I didn't like myself then. That was really the rock bottom of my life. Like, if I look back then, it just feels like everything was dark, Then one day, in November 2018, I just said to myself, enough is enough. So it was just like any old day. I believe it was a Thursday. The sky it was a good day. It was a good day in Tokyo. And I was sitting in a sales meeting as usual. There were 200 Japanese salespeople in front of me. They were wearing like black suits. And I was always at the back because I didn't give a shit, so I always sat at the back. And as usual, the sales executive at the front, okay, we hit this target, well done guys. Pointing at the Excel sheet on the wall, give us a hands clap. Give us a round of applause, well done guys. And that guy's excited. That guy's excited about making money. And me at the back were like, what the fuck is this? I was like, this is really, really stupid. It's like 200 salespeople clapping at a wall with a bunch of numbers. And, we hit our target. What's going to happen? Nothing. They're just going to give us another target and another target and another target. And whether we hit the target or not, our salary doesn't change much. So it just felt to me just so stupid. And that particular morning, I felt this for just months and months. But that day, just something clicked in me. And I promised myself, enough is enough. And I promised myself I'm going to post something on Instagram every day before I start my online game. Just promised myself. I always wanted to get involved in sports, particularly soccer. I love soccer, so I wanted to work in sports. So I promised myself I'm going to post something about soccer every day. And I did that. 6 weeks later, I had 3,000 followers. Couldn't believe it. It's like, oh, maybe this was what I was supposed to do. Then I kept going. I did Instagram, then I did Twitter, I did vlogs, I made sports websites. And about a year later, from the day that I promised myself, I started YouTube. And I remember, on the 3rd video that I made, we were getting 12 views. I told my partner, you know what? Maybe I was born to do YouTube. It felt like this was home. It felt way more like I was home rather than corporate. And year and a half later, then I just kept going. And a year and a half after I started my YouTube, I left corporate. I was making enough money on YouTube to go independent. And here I am. It's been almost 5 years. It's been about, and here I am, 3.5 years later. I'm still a YouTuber. And it's been almost 4 years since then. I made over 400 grand last year just on YouTube. And I couldn't be happier that I left corporate. Like, I really, 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 really don't want to go back to corporate again. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this story, if you're unhappy with your current situation, if you're feeling miserable like me 5 years ago, if you feel like you're hitting rock bottom like me 5 years ago, don't take it hard on yourself. Don't take it hard on yourself. From my experience, you're just working in the wrong environment. Just like me working in corporate. I was supposed to be, well, I don't think I was supposed to be a YouTuber. I want to be a motivational speaker. That's why I'm doing this. But if you feel like, if you are feeling unhappy, if you're feeling miserable, you're just in the wrong place, mate. You just need to find a better place. And I guarantee you, mate, life is going to be so much better. Peace.